So, you know, not to, like when I go to gym, I ain't, I'm just trying to get to the point of just getting healthy. I ain't trying to look to be no trainer. And I guess in the church sense, a trainer would be somebody in leadership position. A trainer, that's what he does. He teaches and teacher trains people to, to get them to the best point they can be at. But see, I ain't trying to do that. I'm just trying to come in and be with 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 my people, and we train together like that. I mean to make ourselves better. That's the whole point of me, doing this. I ain't trying to be nobody. I ain't trying to be no trainer or tell people what to do. I'm just trying to, trying to collaborate and we make this walk, hopefully we can make this walk easy together, working out together, reading the Bible together, studying together, not trying to be nothing big, I've seen people, uh, like I say, the worst part, if you're trying to get to being this certain somebody, I've seen, just like in the natural people, they can train so hard. Some people train every day and for hours and hours, but at worst case scenario, with all that training and all that hoopla and crap, the worstest thing that can happen is for somebody to injure themselves, and they can't come to the gym, or and like I say, when you're not coming to the gym or what happened, the biggest thing, you're gonna lose your gains. You can lose your gains. So the worstest thing can happen, for a saint or somebody who's been in there, they get to that point, and that they come in doing the motion, but the worstest thing, you doing too much or like I said, not collaborating with people, getting around and talking your issues and things like that. The worstest thing you can do for that to happen is to lose them out of the church. So I've been around to see stuff like that happen. You don't want, because if you leave the church or leave that gym or where you collaborate with people, you can lose your gains. You can lose your spiritual gains if you're not, not getting that word and feeding yourself, this is our food, feeding yourself, this is the best diet we got right here. Studying the word of God, that what helps strengthens our spiritual man.